Hello and welcome. You've joined us on Too Sharp, where we get you two important financial developments of the day. Today we have to talk about what Twitterati as well as the meme world is hyperactive on the abrupt and sudden death of Hindenburg Research. And we'll also put the spotlight on the Indian equities markets recovery and not so much in the money market in India. Hi, I'm Nisha Poddar. Now, an abrupt death of Hindenburg comes as a big shock, and it did lift the sentiment in the Adani group of stocks today, which gained in trade because of the disbandment of Hindenburg Research. In fact, the founder of the company, Nate Anderson, has cited that the toll of the rather intense and at times all-encompassing nature of the work as the reason for this decision. It is conspicuous in the timing of the end of Hindenburg Research on two counts. First is Donald Trump taking over as the US president very soon, and on the other hand, SEBI chairperson Madhavi Puri Puch, her present 3-year term gets over in February 2025. Now remember, given the background, Hindenburg Research had not just attacked Adani Group, which lost more than $100 billion of market value because of the reports citing allegations of corporate governance and price manipulation by Adani Group, and that was denied by Adani Group vehemently. On the other hand, it had also gone ahead to put allegations on Madhavi Puri Puch and her husband Dhaval Puch of conflict of interest and relations with Adani Group. So putting this in context, this comes at a very interesting time and is conspicuous in that, and therefore a lot of critics are also correlating it to the alleged connection of George Soros to Hindenburg Research and the recent highest civilian honor in the US given to George Soros by the outgoing president Joe Biden. So putting all this into context, this is a masala story. Now, coming to India, on this particular bit, the Adani Group also did not miss out on the opportunity of chest thumping, and the group's CFO took to Twitter in a rather, one would argue, brazen show of victory on this particular matter. Alright, so this particular saga looks like it's the end of it. One must not forget that one of the film industry companies, Eros, was also adversely impacted by Hindenburg Research in the past. Alright, so that was all about Hindenburg. Let's focus on the Indian markets. Of course, Adani Group of stocks is one thing that came as a positive sentiment for the markets. But after the carnage that we had seen in the beginning of this week, the last 3 days of consistent recovery is lifting sentiment in the Indian market. So today again, the Indian market's breadth was strong. It was the advancing stocks far outpacing the declining stocks. And the two areas, pockets, which really aided was also the blue chip financials. So Bank Nifty was uplifted, and also big boy Reliance Industries, just ahead of its quarterly results, had gained in trade. So all this added momentum. So three important aspects that are giving some semblance of recovery and sanity to the Indian market is that the US inflation numbers were lower than expected, and therefore it comes as a good news, and the expectations of the US Fed rate cut resumes, and therefore also expectation of RBI cutting a rate in the February policy lifts sentiment there. But not so much in the rupee, where the weakness continues on two counts. US dollar still strengthens and crude oil prices still spiking, and the FII outflows is not a good news for the Indian currency. With that, it's a wrap on Too Sharp. Thanks so much for tuning in.